Something that really amazed us after we released Witcher 3 is that in this huge open world, players took a lot of time to just sit down in taverns and play cards.
How has it changed since The Witcher 3?
So basically we have to rebuild the game from the scratch, because obviously right now it will be a competitive online multiplayer game. So we had to rebalance all the abilities, we had to add new cards, new mechanics and all of that. We wanted every card to be useful, so we have added every card something new basically. So for example, we have added this ability for the Skellige cards that, they are kind of berserkers. So when you bring them back from the graveyard, they become stronger, right? And you can expect a lot of those in the game. I mean, aside for this, we have changed the visuals, we have changed the UI, we have added a lot of cool additions, like now you can see the preview of the card when you pan over it. So I think it's much more user-friendly and intuitive now.
That's one of the things I took away from it straight away was, you can look at it and you can see what's happening. Another really cool thing that you were talking about before with the abilities was this synergy you can get with the cards now.
Yes, exactly. I mean, because of these new abilities, you have so many new combos that you can, pull off. And, the game has a lot of depth to it now. I mean, it was very cool at The Witcher, but now it's even better, I feel, because, we played at the office a lot. Like all of us, even those that are not directly involved in design, right? And I'm often very surprised at how people, what combos people come up with when they build their decks. So it has a lot of depth to it. And because we play with different elements of the board, like the graveyard, for example, there are a lot of possibilities to come up with interesting mechanics.
One of the most striking things about this, though, which was shown in the presentation, was it's not just a multiplayer. There's a single-player campaign which you're directly involved in.
Yes, exactly. This is something very special and something very exciting for us, especially for me, since I worked as a lead quest designer on The Witcher 3. So basically, it's something very substantial. Each of the campaigns for the game will be around 10 plus hours of gameplay. So you can expect something very beefy, something very, substantial in nature. And all of that will be fully voice-overed. It will have dialogues, cutscenes, those map exploration, and all kinds of different events you can encounter on the, while exploring the game world. We have remade all art for the cards from the scratch, so you might expect huge improvement in those terms in comparison to the Witcher 3 Wild Hunt version of the game. And also we have these gorgeous special cards. I mean, I think we call them premium cards. So you get normal versions of every card and a premium. And the premium, it's basically a 3D version of the card, and they also animate. This is something which I'm also very excited about, because I never saw something like this.
One of the things was as well, because it's going to be a free-to-play card game, when you start throwing around words like premium, it kind of scares people because they think, I got to pay extra for it. But the premium cards do not cost extra, do they?
No, they don't. They are basically, as you buy new card packs, basically you might randomly find the premium cards in them. So it's it's up to you. And basically, we also try to make the card packs very fair, and we do them in a way that basically, when you open a card pack, first of all, you get 3 cards which are rare or better, and you can pick one of those cards, and then the rest of the cards in the card pack are random. So you get 4 random cards and one of your choosing from the 3 that are presented.
And I was wondering as well, when you're in the single-player mode, there's a real breadth of story. You wouldn't expect to see that. The one they showed was the little girl that was possessed by a demon. So we can expect real, true Witcher stories that don't all revolve around Geralt, can't we?
Yes, definitely. I mean, it's a completely different kind of game. So, as you might expect, you will go through the campaign as a leader of an army, and you will build up your army as you go through it. every story will be uniquely tailored for the faction that you'll be playing, because they are so much different. And yeah, the stories we are telling because of this are also much different. They're still, of course, this is still the Witcher universe, so you might expect the grim and gritty stories we have always been doing. Also the, impactful choices and consequences. But like I said, it's from the perspective of the leaders. So it's much different to, lone a monster slayer that is wandering the lands, right? So I think what's also very cool about it is that all the characters in the Witcher universe are not your archetypical characters from the fantasy genre. So, as you know, the kings and the queens are not exactly one-dimensional characters in these games and in this universe in general. So yeah, I think people that love the Witcher games for the setting, for the universe, will enjoy that a lot. And people, of course, that didn't play the Witcher games will also enjoy it because it's very unique and very how to say it, enjoyable, I feel.